Hey guys, Marco from the Real Potential Weekend here. We're gonna go through sleep optimization, the 5 sleep protocols that we recommend to our clients to implement as soon as possible. We don't expect people to implement these 5 all at once. Have a listen, get an understanding of which protocol or which one you think you are the worst at, you need the most amount of improvement on. Start with that one, or maybe 2. Start with 2 as some of them are quite easy. And then the goal is to try and implement them all 5 at the same time for the absolute best night's sleep and for you to get to sleep quite easily. So in no particular order, let's start with sleep protocol number 1, which is limiting blue light. This is quite a well-known one. We're probably, as the sun goes down, we're still on our phone at night or in bed, or on our phone with our laptop, or even worse is our phone, our laptop, and the television. So we've got 3 screens at us. Now what happens, the blue light that comes off those screens and goes into your eyeballs, it kind of tells your body, hey, be alert, I think it's still daytime outside, so we've got to stay awake. And what that does is it stops some of the production of the melatonin, which is your darkness hormone, and it kind of gets you ready for sleep. So it stunts the production of that, so you'll find that it's actually pretty hard to get to sleep. Now, if you're someone who needs to be on their phone over night time or needs to be on their laptop, buy blue light blocking glasses. Google it, it's quite popular now. There's even some pretty cool designs versus a couple of years ago. They look terrible, but now they're not too bad. The other one is most smartphones. If you're only on a smartphone, most smartphones are equipped with blue light filters, so you can even set them automatically. So say at 6 p.m. at night as the sun starts going down and you're getting ready to start implementing your sleep protocols, just put on your blue light filter for 6 p.m. and then whatever time you wake up in the morning, switch it off, right? So that's the first one. Second one is using lamps and dim lights after a certain time. So I like to do it with my clients when the sun goes down. So again, let's just say it's 6 p.m. The rule is at home, switch off all the ceiling lights and only use lamps or dim lights, right? Now, again, as the sun goes down, the body naturally will start producing melatonin, this darkness hormone. If you've got all these bright lights, the ceiling, it's not conducive to setting you up for a good night's sleep. So you're trying to set up your environment at home, 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed for sleep. Cool. Third one is making your room as dark as possible. So once you've switched off that last lamp, you open your eyes, it should be complete pitch black darkness. Now what I noticed when I first started implementing this protocol was I had a couple of chargers. The ring around the charger, the light was still on, so I've taped that. If you've got like an old digital alarm clock or a clock somewhere, put a shirt over it, or again, cover that up. Any blinds that are kind of pushing off from the window, I put a pillow against mine. I've got some clients who even tape the blinds up. If you've got an ensuite door that's kind of letting light through, close that, close the bedroom door. Again, the goal is once you turn the last lamp off, it should be complete pitch black. And then the last one is, 2 more. Another one is trying to get to sleep at the same time every night. This one's a bit of a tough one for people to implement. We find this is the one people implement last when they're really optimizing. What it does here is that we're trying to get your body into a rhythm and get your body clock, or getting your body not having to guess as much. So if you're going to bed, on a Monday night at 10 p.m., a Tuesday night at 12 p.m., Wednesday night at 1 a.m., your body is struggling to find its best time to release the melatonin and how much melatonin it releases. So if you're putting the body clock on a consistent schedule, you're going to find it's going to be a lot easier. And the last one is a big one for me, and I've spoken about this before, is cold showers. So naturally out in, let's go back to the caveman times. If we didn't have our house, we'd have to sleep outside. When the sun goes down, it doesn't get warmer, it gets cooler. So part of our physiology is that when we go to sleep, the body's actually in a cooler state. So by having a cold shower, we're mimicking what kind of happens out in nature. Also, if you're someone who trains over nighttime, it helps for recovery. You'll find you won't wake up as sore the next day. So these are the 5 protocols. Go through the video again, have a look at which ones you think you're the worst at. If you know that every single light in the house is on until just before you go to bed, start by just using lamps and dimmers. If you're someone who thinks that they can implement having a cold shower just before bed, start with that. and then slowly build up to all 5 protocols. Good luck.